I know we've been kind of talking about a lot of different things today. We talked about kind of building the introduction, the discussion, but also starting with that initial research question, right? So how do we kind of get the knowledge, get the experience to kind of even identify things as where to write the paper on, right? So just some things here that I found over my experience that can be helpful in terms of starting this research. And this is something maybe over the course of your PhD or master's that takes maybe a few years to really feel comfortable in. But I think showing up is always important in life. So go to the weekly departmental meetings you might have. Maybe there's, I know in medicine we talk about grand rounds once a week. I'm sure in other fields there's other topics, but go to those seminars, go to those meetings, meet your professors, particularly new professors, right? Because they've really gone through what you're going through, right? So maybe if they're newly minted faculty, understanding that, and try to understand kind of where what their research has been and where they've gone. Um, and then really engage with the papers in the field, whether that's within your university or broader. I think plug into the local conferences. Understand the journals that are in your field. Every journal has, or every field has very specific journals that they're kind of where the conversation is. So understanding those two or three kind of key journals, and understanding what's being done, right? And why it's relevant. So you need to talk, you need to write. And then lastly, you want to question everything, right? Maybe there's things that are assumed that aren't accurate, and maybe there's not data. I mean, we see this often in medicine where something maybe has been the understanding for 40, 50 years, but maybe it wasn't based on any actual real data. It was just clinical practice, right? Particularly, I brought that example before. A lot of the data was done at that time in the United States in white males. So maybe there's a new paradigm when it comes to treating women or treating different minority groups. So I think just because it's been done that way for a long time doesn't mean it's the right way or couldn't be improved upon. So I think that's an important point that when it comes to questioning the current understanding of any field.